Hello and welcome to Halloween weekend. I am Anaris. It is October 31st, 2010. Today we're going to watch, you can already see, it's a 4v4. So I'm going to go through the list of names here. We have mTw Fall Y, and his partner base buddy is Roxkis Happy. And over here on the top right we have Kodiak and Kali. I guess that's his name. And that rounds up the top team. In the bottom team, we have Retox and Matzi. I'm sure I'm butchering these names, but whatever, I don't care. Term, and then Night Fear. I almost actually butchered that name. That would have been really depressing, but that's okay because I did not. So 2 depots going down here in the bottom left, 2 pylons going in the bottom right, nothing whatsoever in the top right. Well, no, there's a pylon, and looks like Kali was going for the 11 of 10 supply trick with his drone and the extractor. Happy got a pylon over here near the ramp, not too close though, and Fall, I'm just going to call him Fall. Fall has nothing just yet, but he is continuing to produce drones, currently at 14 supply. You can look at that and see pretty much just a roundup. I'll mouse up and you can see who all is at what. And this is actually my first 4v4 game that I've ever cast. So I'm going to be, I don't want to call it overwhelmed with information, but I'm going to do my absolute best to make sure that I catch all of the fights, because I have a feeling that it's going to start off pretty slow so far, as nobody's really being aggressive so far in this game, but there's a little bit of scouting. That's not too surprising, though, as we do have a couple pretty good players here. And looking at the APM, we can see Fall and Happy are pretty much leading the pack, with Kodiak, Kali, and Matzi. Not well, okay, yeah, they're a little bit far behind. But that's okay because it's still early in the game, and you don't really have to have 500 APM to build probes and a gateway and a pylon. We'll save that for later as the scouting continues. This one drone is chasing around, trying to punch this probe in the face, but I don't think that's going to happen, as Fall is about to have some Zerglings pop out. You can see Retox has got a cybernetics core going down. I think he's over here. Yeah, alright, and the wall-in is just about complete. I'd say it's pretty much good enough to be called complete, as the third gateway is going down right here, actually second. And yeah, so anyways, all these players are just building up, and like I said before, I hope you guys have a great Halloween weekend. We're actually coming up on almost 2011. That's freaking crazy, man. It seems like StarCraft just came out last week or something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, as I was super excited when it came out, and I am still super excited because it's an awesome game. So, Fall has some Zerglings heading out here. Don't have the speed upgrade just yet, but it is on the way. About halfway complete. And Happy has a second gateway and a robotics facility going down. I could mouse over this stuff, but you know what? I'd rather just look at the base too, so that way I'm not just staring like in the middle of the screen looking at nothing while I mouse over names. And up here, Retox has his gateway, another gateway going down, cybernetics core down with warp gate technology on the way. And Matzi, he's got 2 gates, one gate? I think he's just got 1 gate, no 2 gate. And the cybernetics core here. So yeah, on my monitor, these colors look pretty similar for whatever reason. I don't know. But over here in the Terran corner, we've got infantry, lots of infantry. Now we've got pretty much Marines and Marauders, pretty standard there, nothing too exciting. And controlling the Zelnaga Watchtower. And Kodiak over here is throwing down 3 more gateways. So he is going warp gates and 4 gateways. Pretty interesting stuff there. And Call E has a roach worn down. Can expect to see some more roaches in the near future, as he does have 5 on the way to who knows where. Maybe he's going to kill these rocks. I do not know, because it looks like that's what Fall is doing right here with his speedlings, taking out these rocks, trying to shorten the rush distance to the expansions for the Terran players down here in the bottom left. As Fall has his own expansion, just about complete. There hasn't been really any major battles so far this game. We're still pretty early, about 6 minutes in. Well, I don't know, that's not too early. We could have seen something by now. But it's a 4v4, and probably everybody's really timid, just kind of building up. and a little worried about maybe some sort of a rush from the opposing team. But little do they know that there is no rush coming, as all of these players are just building up. And looking up here at Kodiak's base, we got the Twilight Cancel just about complete. Let's actually look at the income here. We can see that most of the players are within range of each other. Call E is a little bit lower than the rest, probably just a little bit fewer in the drone count. But let's see if we can actually look at the units. You can see the drone roundup for everybody here, and also the units as well. Retox sitting here, 31 probes, 8 zealots, Term, whole boatload of stuff here. Night Fear. Let's go over here, make sure nothing's going to happen. And yeah, there's an observer over here in the base, just checking out what the Terran player has. Nothing too exciting there so far. These Zerglings might come in here, but I don't think they're going to, as they would die super quick, as that scout just found out. Anyways, Matsy, you can see what he's got there. Fall, Kali, Kodiak, and Happy. Alright, so there is the unit roundup. Let's look once more at the income. You can see that Fall is looking a little bit better because he's got that expansion going. So far, he and Kali are the only two people that have expansions thus far. However, you can still take note that his income, despite having this expansion 8 minutes into the game, it's still pretty low. So anyways, we might have an engagement here as the Blink Technology research. Yes, it is. Blink Tech with Roach is getting ready to attack the southeastern base. Maybe. I don't know what's going to happen here as that probe certainly dies. Of course, the southern team, having seen that with the probe dying now, knows exactly what's coming, and we may see some reinforcements here in the immediate future. Now, if these Blink Stalkers are going to jump up, they're going to need vision, which I believe will be provided right here by this Overlord, as even the Roaches are attacking. And nothing is really going on up there. But the Blink Stalkers are coming into the base, knocking out some of the pylons. Here comes a ton of Zealots running up here to the Stalkers, which I don't know if this will actually do a whole lot of good, because while Zealots are pretty good at chasing them down, unfortunately for them, the Blink Stalkers, the Blink ability has recharged, and they're able to get down from the top of the base and run away, as the reinforcements are now there. Meanwhile, over here, in the southern portion of the map, still nothing really going on. Terran players have fortified their position with some siege tanks, and we can see from the production tab what's going on. Fall, of course, getting a Baneling Nest, some Infestors, and a Roach upgrade, and you can see these rocks are now indeed quite dead. Kodiak is expanding down here to his Zerg partner's natural, so I guess these guys are swapping up. Don't know what they had against their own expansions, but whatever, it's cool. And Retox, he's still warping in more Zealots. A lot more Zealots there. And might have an attack here in the immediate future as these guys actually ignore the waypoint and head over to the east. Nope, actually, there's going to be a drop here, and Term... Don't think that's going to work out too well for you, buddy, as we have an attack here getting ready to come in. They may actually just... Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong guys. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about, man. That's 4v4s, man. They just get crazy sometimes. I was thinking of this attack down here because I actually did watch the replay before, and I looked up there, and yeah, failure on my part, as we do have some Infestors over here coming in with some Roaches and some Zerglings, knocking out that expansion. Might see some fungal growth on this to keep the forces from attacking them, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen, as these Infestors are trying to drop off some infested Terrans. Not really working out too terribly well for them, though, as we do have a Warp Prism heading up towards the northeastern portion of the map. So pretty exciting stuff there. We'll look and see what that is going to contain. That might actually be a Dark Shrine. Might see some DTs here. Yep, sure enough, here comes one DT, 2, 3, 4. Warping in. Oh, what did you do that for? You canceled it just a second too early. Oh, you just killed 3 of them. Oh, well, that's okay because he is able to warp in the extra ones. So that's not a big deal. However, the Terran player Term down here in the bottom of the map getting ready to come over here and kill some of these creep tumors which have encroached upon his natural expansion and would have actually eventually came and filled it up. But here comes Happy and Fall with their mixture of Banelings, Roaches, and some great fungal growths there on the infantry, able to take off quite a few units there. The force field went down, trying to block off the player. However, that's not really going to work in their favor, as the Terran was already able to get out. Meanwhile, up here, these Dark Templars are having their way with this lair. I do not think it will be able to live for much longer, as it is just about dead. There it goes right there. And the DTs are continuing up towards, it looks like, Kodiak's base. I don't know if he will be able to respond in time to that, as there are some cannons coming down here. Meanwhile, the red player is trying to take out this expansion, once again forcing this command center to run away. Yellow player coming over here with his Stalkers and Zealots and Colossus, going to help out, try to take out some of these forces, and these Dark Templars are still still chasing these forces. I don't think that they're going to be able to get through and kill this Photon Cannon in time before it will be able to detect, as, of course, Kodiak did load up his cannon with all of his probes surrounding it. Oh, there it goes just as it finishes. That does not bode well for Kodiak, as another fight comes down here and continues to... Both players are just continuing to engage each other. This is an all-on war at this point, as finally the attack is repelled by a combination of Night Fear, mTw, and we've got one Marine over here from Term, and there goes a couple extra units from Call E. Didn't work out too well for him, but these DTs are still over here killing these units. Finally, a Overseer was able to come in here and take them out. But here comes some more DTs getting ready to charge into the line. That did not end too well for them. So we do have a counterattack over here getting ready to come over on the western portion of the map. Well, maybe not. Looks like they're just going to go back and kind of stay on the defensive mode for a while. So Fall is going to come over here with his Zerglings, Roaches, and Banelings. May try to make another push on that expansion, trying to deny them that additional income. Let's actually look at the units lost here. We can see that Fall, of course, the Zerg, going kind of a Zergling-heavy build, is going to lead in terms of units lost, but Kali lost quite a few there, and Term as well. So there's another attack, and mTw is able to come in, mop up with his Colossus and whatnot. And here's a couple more units getting ready to fight here. mTw chasing off Fall's Roaches and Zerglings. And here comes Kodiak's Stalkers and Zealots heading toward the southeastern portion of the map. And we have a giant wall of Zealots here coming in from Retox. I guess he is all about the Zealots, man. Don't know what's up with that. But up here, you can see that income has stopped for Call E. You can see he's actually got a ton of minerals still up here. And both of them, actually a ton of armies are down here at this point, just dancing around. Fall and Happy are trying to push in through the bottom middle, which is being countered by mTw. And we've got some Vikings over here from Night Fear trying to come in, maybe to try to take out some other units in here as well. And here comes the rest of Night Fear's units. And then over here on the left, we have, once again, a Warp Prism trying to do the same exact thing over here to Happy and Fall as it did over at, what's it called, Call E and Kodiak. So, oh man, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you're going to lose your lair, buddy. As it is actually morphing into a hive right now. I don't know if this is going to work out too well, because now the DTs are getting ready to finish off the hive right as it pops. He's actually going to lose that money as well. There it goes, sitting at half health. Meanwhile, we have more fights over here. At this point, it is anybody's say as to who's going to win. However, the southern team is looking to be a little bit better in position in terms of economy. You can see right now there's the income, and the players are suffering from the loss of yet another central production facility for the northern team, as here comes the yellow player up here with his Colossus taking some free shots on the Stalkers, and nothing else really happening over here. These DTs are being picked up and taken back to their base while the yellow player continues to push up here. Got a pretty well placed force field keeping the Stalkers from running over, and the Colossus decided not to walk over them. And we've got more dancing around here. Might see a Terran Protoss engagement with a Raven who is not actually doing anything just yet. Well, no, there goes the auto turret, but maybe a point defense drone would have been a better idea in that case, but whatever, it's okay, because the Terran player still was able to push back and knock out Happy's forces, forcing a reaction from Fall to come over here with his Roaches and Infestors, and don't have any fungal growth going down just yet. Definitely could use a fungal growth here to stop this army, as he is running away very quickly. And here comes the Protoss forces from mTw, the very Colossus heavy force, forcing Happy to retreat. And here comes Fall trying to come in here, trying to kill these Colossus, but unfortunately it's not working out too terribly well. The Colossus are actually able to run away and get some more free hits, but I think at this point, because of the fact that Kali has his units over here as well, they might be able to knock out the Protoss forces. before doing too much damage. But here comes more Blankstalkers from Kodiak reinforcing, as well as Term coming down here from the southern portion, as well as Nightfear, who is landing all of his Vikings. So this is just one giant battlefield right here, just going back and forth in this part of the map. And here comes more Stalkers from Happy trying to come down here, get some free kills. However, I'm not sure if that's the best idea, as now Term has reinforced with several siege tanks. Let's actually look at the production tab. You can pretty much see that everybody's either working on upgrades or units, and of course, Fall is having to rebuild his hatchery over here. And it looks like the attack command has been given. No, it looks like there's more DTs attacking the hatchery. So Fall right now doesn't actually have anything for income, absolutely zero, as he has several drones just sitting here. And Happy is trying to come over here and take out these units, but there is no detection at the moment. So these DTs are running free as. Actually, Fall Y has just left the game. Call E has left the game, and I think that's going to be it for the northern team, as the southern team does emerge victorious. There goes all 4 players now. So the first part of the game was actually pretty slow, but it definitely wound up and was pretty intense non-stop action there in the later half. So like I said, that was my very first 4v4 game that I have ever cast. So I've probably missed a battle or two. I tried to catch everything I could. I hope you enjoyed it, and again, I hope you guys have a wonderful Halloween and a great start to your new week, and I will see you guys later.